New York City is buckling right now. You even got a Texas governor calling New York City's plan to give migrants prepaid credit cards to buy food as one of the craziest things he's ever heard. As 37,000 migrants have fled New York City from Texas since August 2022. Now, if you guys think 37,000 is the actual number, apparently what some people are saying that the number could be up to 100,000. Because a lot of the people are not coming from just Texas, but from other places as well. Now, if you check out this, Adams, the mayor of New York City, it says that the $53 million scheme will be saving the city $600,000 a month. Now, I don't really know how the math is really adding up here, but I'm pretty sure if you give people $1,000 prepaid credit cards, you're going broke really, really quickly. Especially it's $1,000 every single freaking month. Can New York City even pay this sort of money? If you look into the numbers, it's not looking so great. In fact, you even have the mayor of New York City traveling to Washington a few times just to get more cash. Guys, New York is not some broke boy city. This is like New York City, we're talking about the biggest financial capital in the world, and even they don't have enough cash to take care of all these migrants. Now, let me just put one thing clear for you guys. Everyone would have been cool with the migrant situation if New York City just took in maybe 3,000 people and helped them out, get them jobs, and get them into society. But when you get 50,000, 70,000, 100,000 people, and people are spilling to the parks in the Lower East Side and East Village, people are living on tents, there's homeless people everywhere, there's pickpocketing, shoplifting, and the shelters are full all the time, you obviously have complaints. Okay, people who are pro-migrant in New York City, they all say the same thing. The city wasn't prepared. They took in way too many people. And now the quality of life in New York City is not great at all. And check this out. Costs of New York City should provide matching funds tax deductible for migrant costs to city dwellers. I mean, give the migrants $12 billion, give the taxpayers $12 billion. And pretty much New York City is we love to tax people. Highest property taxes I've ever seen. Okay, anything that involves real estate is very high in taxes. I mean, if you want to buy anything, taxes. Renovate, taxes. Transfer property, taxes. And opening businesses in New York City is extremely pricey. New York is one of those places who will love to tax you but give you nothing. It's the weekend, says New York City Mayor's office. Why not get started on the taxes? They've made the process easier than ever before. Guys, no one is happy right now. Everyone is mad. Tax money is being spent on migrants every single day. There's more people coming in. And what about the everyday New Yorkers? There's a lot of homeless New Yorkers. There's also a lot of New Yorkers who need maybe some money for their businesses. Maybe use some of this money to jack up the small business owners out there. But no, might as well just burn it all on the migrant crisis and just give out $1,000 to everyone. And here's the thing, it's not just $1,000 to several hundred families. They're thinking about expanding this. I mean, guess what? Even 50 Cent is not happy at all. Hardcore New Yorkers, okay, who pretty much love New York, are saying that the city is being ran to the ground. Manhattan, Brooklyn, these places are one of the last bastions in America where there's still some sort of city life. Go to San Francisco and Oakland. Nobody comes out at night anymore. Manhattan is still pretty poppin', but now crime is through the roof. You got cops getting beat up, and guess what? Seems like sometimes migrants have much better law coverage and more privileges than people who were born in the city and lived there all their life. And that's what's making everyone mad. The migrant homeless crisis is going up so much. New York City actually has a very good system when it comes to homeless people. They have a decent amount of homeless people in New York City, but they also have a lot of shelters, unlike places like LA and San Francisco where people literally sleep on the street. New York City has a very good shelter to homeless ratio. Many homeless people, 97 to 98% of them, actually have shelter. So this is why I don't see tents in Manhattan. But when you have almost 100,000 people going to New York City, they can't keep up. They're already spending $2 to $3 billion so far in the past year or so. We're not talking about millions or hundreds of millions. We're now getting up to the number billions of dollars. And if you look at this, when you have little to no shelter, you can't find these guys jobs, and they don't have money, they don't have food, and a lot of times they go for pickpocketing and a lot of other crimes. this is what it looks like. Okay, NYPD cops and a lot of people who live in Manhattan says shoplifting is at an all-time high. And can you blame these people? Not really, right? You know, if a human being doesn't get food, doesn't get shelter, doesn't get money, doesn't get anything, it's gonna be shoplifting. That's like the next answer. New York has done basically one of the worst jobs I've ever seen, especially when it comes to immigration and migrants. They took in way too many people in a very short amount of time. They don't have any good plans. I mean, the only plan they got is like $77 million for a short-term hotel stay for a bunch of migrants, and also one rack for families, as everyday New Yorkers are literally starving. There's a lot of homeless vets, a lot of homeless New Yorkers on the streets. They're like, meh, whatever. And a lot of people are saying, what in the world is New York City doing? Nobody's happy right now. Everyone's pretty frustrated, even some of the hardcore Democrats. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. What do you guys think about this so far? And how do you guys feel about New York City?